Hi guys, this is Jessica. Welcome back to another What Sold With Me video. For this week, we're going through February 5th through today, the 12th. I'm pulling you up here in my Nifty app. We can look through these dates. I got a total of 33 sales this week. My average sale price dropped a little bit from my normal. My normal is kind of usually over 50, but so some lower price stuff got sold this week, but that's all right. Average sales price $46.79. You can scroll down. Total revenue $15,1902 with a profit of $11,2268. As you can see, for my second week in a row, Etsy has done nothing, and that's okay, because there will be weeks where it does something, and that's all that matters. eBay usually always coming in strong, but even my Depop and Poshmark both got some solid sales this week. So let's start with Depop. Depop, I had a great sale on one of my leather jackets this week. I actually got an offer. I had it on sale for $100. I've had it in my store for going on 87 days. My goal is to get stuff moving before 90 days. So this one was really close to the edge. So when I got an $80 offer this week, I went ahead and took it. And with the low fees on Depop, even boosted, I still took home $69.87. Next up, one that just went out today, is another one of my Wiseman dance costumes. This was an all white, which was, I really thought this one would go faster than it did, but I got an offer for $32 and went ahead and took it and took home $27.53. Another Depop sale. Ralph Lauren is always one of my go-tos, what I look for. The big pony, when I see that with the number 3 on it, that's always a classic style. I got this one sold with a 10% offer for $36.10, and I took home $34.05. And moving on, I got a couple good Poshmark sales this week also. I got a cool KUHL. It was cool also, but pun. Just a soft shell jacket. I always look for cool. It's just great outerwear, outdoor quality company. So I usually can pick this up, no problem. Sold for $45, and I took home $36. And another Poshmark. Tommy Bahama. It's almost that time. 100% silk. I usually only pick these up if they have a cool back embroidery, which this one did. It's kind of hard to see in the pictures just because it was a light color on with white embroidery, but it was really cool, like pinup girl sitting in a martini glass. Can't go wrong there. Sold for $40, took home $32. I'll be on the lookout now that we're moving into spring and summer, just for more cool Tommy Bahama. Sometimes I pick up the ones that just have all over embossed kind of looks to them. People pick those up for vacations. Resort wear is always a good keyword for Tommy Bahama silk. I had some fun learning about some old Apple stuff this last 2 weeks. I picked up a lot of stuff from a seller on Facebook Marketplace, and I had 3 sales of the maybe 5 things I put up. Every one of these sold within 1 day. 0 days to sell. This one I took an offer for $100, and it was just a computer part, old, was missing pieces, parts only, untested, and they're selling fast. So this one went for $100. Buyer paid shipping, so buyer ended up paying $120.49, and I took home $85 after fees and shipping. Another one that went, this was the first one I listed. Again, it sold the same day with my 10% off coupon in my store for $199.86. My buyer paid $194.86 after using that coupon and paying $14.99 for shipping. And let's see which one did that. And I took home $151.89. I love things like this because they're so easy to picture. I mean, you literally just set it in there, take a few pictures, especially parts only. I don't offer returns on parts only, and usually eBay will always side with you if you have parts only and it's listed as parts only and you're very clear in your description. If they try to return it, they will absolutely side with the seller. That was a good one. And one other part of the lot was one of the Apple mouse. This was a roller ball. I always kind of keep an eye out for those people. Seem to want them. Made in USA. I got an offer for $40 the same day that I listed it, and I went ahead and took it. Buyer paid $47.99, and I took home $33.98. Nice fast sale. Ooh, this was another piece that I got in Idaho over Christmas at an auction. Pretty sure I paid up on it, probably about $25. So I didn't make a whole lot off of it, but Star Wars always sells fast for me. I've never seen a Star Wars movie, but I know that collectibles and Star Wars fans love their Star Wars. So maybe one day I'll take the time and invest the time in watching the movies. But this was a great pickup, even though there was a lot of rust, there's a lot of dings. Still sold. Let's see, took 31 days, so 1 month, and this sale was out the door for $74. I had a 10% off coupon. Buyer paid $78.08, and I took home $52.89. For the rough condition that was in, I definitely didn't expect it to sell that fast, so I'll take it. Oh, I did a little post about these guys. I had picked up a bag of toys at my local Goodwill for $3, and I picked up the toys because it had a Littlest Pet Shop cat in the bag and a bunch of other toys, and these were some of the other toys that were in there. And usually I'd give them to my classroom or I'd just redonate them, but these I decided just to do a quick Google lens on them, and turned out they were Disney Doorables, which people collect. I didn't know that. And so I went ahead and just snapped a few pictures and started them in an auction for 99 cents, because I'm like, well, I'm sure if there's a rare one in here, it'll go up, or if there's people that collect these, and if it sells for 99 cents plus shipping, who cares? They weren't something I was aware had value. And so I actually had some bids probably within the first hour of the auction starting, which was encouraging. It ended up with 18 bids and sold for $38 plus shipping. So on something I normally would have thrown away or redonated or given to my classroom, I took home $30.37. So now I know if I see some of these in a bag, maybe I should pick up that bag. Learn something new every day in this business. Let's see. This is another fun one. I picked up literally like 5 boxes of these reel-to-reels in an auction a couple months ago. And I think I got the whole lot for $5 or something. Like, it was crazy. But I knew that reel-to-reel players can go for crazy money. There was one in that auction that went for crazy money, and so I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then these reel-to-reels turned out to be quite a good purchase for me. So I've been lotting them up together in groups of about 12, and I think this is my 5th or 6th lot to sell. Some of them sold for over 100, so I've made some great money on these. As long as you make sure to not put anything about there actually being recordings on them, because there can be copyright issues if you just put that they're reel-to-reels, recording tapes. These ones have been safe and haven't got flagged or anything, but yeah, this was a pretty cool cool pickup, really cool just to see. This was like some guy that was a radio DJ, and he had just a whole giant collection. So those have been pretty cool to go through. And fast sellers. Or little people. I feel like every week I have a little people sale to tell you about. This one was a new in package. It's one of the newer little people toys, but it's a replica of the first set that they made. So it's the new old. But I think I picked this up for $5 at my local thrift store, and it was unopened, so I listed it as new. And I took an offer for $45 on this one. Pretty quick. It sold within 11 days of listing. And this one I actually learned the hard way about the eBay promo or promotion glitch that's been happening. If you are not careful when you're putting in your promotions and making sure it actually loads it in, it'll put the suggested 12 or 15 or who knows how big of a suggested promotion. So I only took home $24 on this $45 sale because I paid $10 in promotions. Really cool. I probably could contact eBay and make them give it back, but that's fine. It's my fault for not making sure it didn't get put in there right. But I usually promote between 4 and 6% to match what I would be paying in my 20% Poshmark fees. So it just helps me keep my numbers pretty solid across the board. It's the same. And a lot of my sale promotions. But this one, they got me good. They got me for an extra $10 when I probably should have only paid $4. But that's okay. You live and learn. Now I check a little closer. Ooh, this one was a fun one. I'd never seen these before. I've sold lots of Carhartt jackets and Carhartt overalls, but this was a Carhartt duck bench seat cover for the back of a very specific year of Dodge Rams. This I picked up at a yard sale a couple weeks ago. It was brand new in the box. The guy said, yeah, I got it, and I used the front seat, but I never used the back seat. And they were in beautiful condition, still had the box. And these sold for an offer of $73, which was a good deal to me because I think I got everything in a pile at the garage sale for $20 that day. And I had already sold something that paid for that. So this was all profit. That was a fun one. And I know to be on the lookout for Carhartt seat covers because sold pretty fast. I think this one was only up for 6 days. A nice quick flip. Got a couple more. I seem like I always have a flatware, ornate fancy pattern, mixed lot of silverware. Like I said, one of my favorite things that I sell. They don't have to match as long as they're beautiful. There's a lot of jewelry makers that use these. This one I bumped up a little bit. Sold for $44. They did use my coupon. But I still, buyer paid $50.88 even after the coupon, and I took home $30.32. I usually can pick these up for between $6 and $8 for $1 at my local thrift stores. And yeah, just put them in a circle, take some pictures, and they always sell fast. I even bumped up the shipping on this one because my last lot, I think I ended up paying, $7 or $8 for shipping, and I only charged $5.99, which is my normal. And so I bumped this up a little, and it still sold fast. These actually took longer than normal. Usually they sell the same day, but these one took 5 days to sell. And let's see. Oh, one more for you. Cross stitch is one of my favorite things to pick up. I'm going to do a cross stitch video here soon of some of the cross stitch I've sold over the last 2 years. Some of them have sold for insane money, like hundreds of dollars. So just keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for different crosses. This one I picked up at a yard sale a long time ago. This one took a long time to sell. Most of my cross stitch sells really fast. This one was in my store for 542 days. I had it up high. But it was so cool. Look how cool this is. I mean, it's planes flying over. It was giant too. That would probably kept some people away. Like it was pretty big. But I thought it would be so cute in like a nursery or like a little boy's room. But I got an offer this week for $53. So I went ahead and took it. I did sell it as a canvas only because it was attached to just random boards. It wasn't really framed or anything. So that kept my shipping really low on that. So I offered free shipping on it. And so I took home $39.04. Definitely not a fast to flip. But I don't mind. I have a whole wall in my office right here. I have 2.5 pieces hanging on it right now because that was my last big piece. But normally I have room for about 15. And so I'm definitely on the lookout always for cool cross stitch, not just to hang on my wall and enjoy before it sells, but it's just a hot item. So keep an eye out. Usually cats are a good one. If you watched my cats out of the bag video, there was some pretty cool cat cross stitch that sold for good money. But yeah, there's 12-ish of my 33 sales. And again, I don't want to do crazy long videos. If you do want to see more of my sales and more of my bread and butter sales, let me know. Maybe I'll do a video on that also coming up. But I do like to every week just share with you some of the things that I sell. And I hope you're learning something. I know I learned things every week and I love sharing them with you. If you like this kind of content, like my page, subscribe. Every Friday, a new What Sold This Week video will be coming out. I think this is my 3rd or 4th week going strong at this, and I love it. I'm excited to keep growing and keep sharing with you guys. So thanks for watching.